Others and Sewell playing directly on Stevie Johnson.
After 108 minutes in front, Geelong surrender the lead. They're going stride for stride now, all tied up. Kick goes down towards half forward. In front is Duncan. Crawls after the footy. Over the top goes Smith. Taken front on. Whistle and the umpire will ball it up.
Thank you. Straight up.
You look around the Geelong team, don't you? Looking at James Bartel. Hasn't done a whole lot tonight, but he just always seems to get involved when the game is in the crunch.
Shields the last man up there, and there's the bounce. Knocked down by Hale. Exposes the ball to Kelly. Kelly goes inside the forward 50. Podsiadly got a hand on it. Gibson the first to arrive to the crumb. Hand passes across towards Guerra. Guerra gave it to Schoenmakers. Surely hands in the back. It'll be a free kick to Smith, who wants to go, and he was going.
That'll also do Schoenmakers a world of good with confidence. That was a terrific kick off the half-back line there.
Smith, Young, and the left footers get to work around the outer side. Sewell will lob it over the top, waiting for it. Gunston, then he slipped over. Lonergan oblivious to all of that. He knows no other way, Tommy Lonergan. He's developed into a fine defender. He just kept coming back. Didn't matter whether there was a player there or not. He wasn't to know he'd slipped over, and he knocked it out of bounds. A boundary throw-in. Stevenson wins it down. Slapped towards the boundary by Enright. They're appealing for deliberate. Well, I suppose the first part of that equation is the ball needs to go out.
Scores level at the MCG. Stevenson, Hale. Stevenson's done brilliantly all night, and he won that down to Chapman. He's been a star as well, Chappie. 4 goals, and as the mark paid, it was to Walker sliding to his knees. Looked like a little bobble. Umpire said okay. So what have the Cats got left in the tank? They've been terrific all night. They're being challenged right here, though, in a way that they haven't been challenged all game. Chapman now. Up the line. Podsiadly came with a fly. Hawkins waiting down. He's got Lewis to beat. Lewis was desperate. Schoenmakers did well. Burgoyne over the top to Gibson. His handball looking for Sewell. Sewell will be happy to find the line. A win for the Hawks.
Well, this sort of game comes down to individual brilliance. We saw the preliminary final last year between Hawthorn and Collingwood. It was Dane Swan and Luke Ball who got involved to kick a goal. When the games are really tight like this, you find the absolute cream rise to the top.
Hale, two-handed down in the direction of Rioli. Suckling, Sewell, Lewis, back to Rioli, hard against the boundary line. Sends it inside the forward 50. He's looking for the boundary, but you couldn't call it. In fact, it stays in. That was superb. And Gunston arrived and just pushed Harry Taylor across the line. So the 150th meeting of these two clubs, if it is a draw, it will be the 150th draw in AFL history. PFL, I don't understand. They scramble for it inside the 50. Down goes Kelly. Gunston keeping that ball alive. Scarlett had it, lost it. Burgoyne, Stevenson out of the congestion. It was touched. Suckling in trouble. They were bearing down. Taken to ground. Ball jarred out of there. Kelly, wonderful evasion. James Kelly to the outer side. Hawkins again. Strength. Blocking the path back of Schoenmakers. Hawkins on the wing. Sends it down towards half forward. Stokes gets a break over the top. Crashes hard. Clever by Motlop. Picked up by Stratton. Stratton and Motlop. Out of bounds they go. And a boundary throw in.
Brilliant by Stratton. Summed up the situation really well.
Bartel's gone to full forward on Guerra. That'll be a dangerous matchup. Geelong can get it that far.
Hawkins doing the ruck work this time. They work it down to Smets. It came from Selwood. Back to Kelly. He hooks it around from outside 50. Bouncing ball. It'll lose Bartel. And goes to the opposite forward pocket, and it'll be thrown in again.
Well, it was Jimmy Bartel who kicked the point after the siren last year for the Cats to win the game.
Scores are level. Thrown in inside 50 for the Cats. Stokes carried forward. No free kick. Paddling the football around. Lewis got it. Burgoyne trying to clear the congestion. There's Schoenmakers taken by Duncan. Podsiadly. Quick kick out of the pack now. Shields clearing kick on the mark taken by Taylor. On the logo, he'll send Geelong back into attack. Less than 7 minutes to play. Friday night football. Hawthorn second, Geelong sixth.
High ball in front, Podsiadly. Suckling roving, but Ponziadley, after competing, simply came on and applied the tackle.
Stand corrected then, it was 09. It feels like just last year.
You weren't playing, were you? I'm just trying to...
No, I was in the stands injured.
Ah, but it was during your era. Knocked down by Roughhead. I think that's Bartel in there. An involuntary action, just being carted along like a sack of spuds towards the goal line.
Got a good lock in here. Geelong, Hawthorn are going to have to really work hard to get it out of this part of the ground now. Good
bounce, Roughhead trying to punch it out of there. That's a dangerous one, really. Coming up to hit the ball is Smets. He was upended though. Sewell gives it to Roughhead under pressure. Kicks it up towards the wing. Lonigan. Well done, Tom. Swings around, goes short to Mackey. Gives it to Enright. Inside the centre square. Alongside the centre circles. Looks for Chapman. Arriving hard down there and doing pretty well with Stratton. Ball fell at his feet. Stokes to Smets. Smets puts it at the feet of Mackey. Got an obliging bounce. Couldn't get through. Tackled by Bruce. Chapman a hand pass to Smets. He was tackled brilliantly by Bruce. They want to play on. Savage looks up. Spots Whitecross, but there's nothing up ahead. So he will have to hold up. Looks inside. Smith's got it. Only 2 Hawthorn players forward at the kicker. Now 4, now 5 as they sprint forward.
When it's one-on-one like this, it really does become work rate. The gut runners, you just see, even on that occasion, Clinton Jones came from a long way out to get on the end of that kick.
Here's Young, who's a long way from home. He sends a beautiful kick in the Hale direction, and Enright sensed the danger, left his man, got up, knocked the ball over the line. It was brilliantly done by Stratton just moments ago. He left his man, Chapman was open, he created the contest, and the turnover has resulted in the ball being at Hawthorn's end of the ground. Stevenson, he's done a power of work. Here's Sewell to put the Hawks in front. He's kicked a goal.
Well, there were some fantastic efforts up the other end. We know that Stovich still kicked the goal, but the Stratton, who had the courage to come off his opponent to intercept, and then Young, who's basically ran 80 metres from the full-back line to the wing to get the loose player to get it into that part of the ground. But fantastic effort by Sewell. Just fought his way to the footy.
Stratton's really impressed me tonight. He's only had the 9 disposals, but his work in decision-making as much as anything cross half-back was terrific. The Hawks, this is great for Hawthorn Footy Club. Real belief to come from behind like this against
an element of just willing yourself to the footy. And that's what Sewell did right then.
First time in front tonight, Brad Sewell, 22 possessions. Margin 6 points. Roughhead digs it out of the centre. What a comeback. He kicks inside the forward 50, but the Cats aren't done with yet. Enright, the defensive mark, goes out wide. Storming up the ground is Smets. Savage leaves the footy. Smets, with the clock stopped, finds the footy. Down towards right half forward, hangs a long time in the air. Gibson reaches over the top, goes again. Still Gibson, couldn't get boot to ball. Ponziadley took him down. And Gibson seems to be okay. I thought for a moment he'd struck his head on the ground. He may have, but he gets to his feet and the umpire will ball it up right on the boundary line. Umpires don't like this. It makes them the focus. That's a good bounce, though. Roughhead. Selwood went in hard. Taken away again by Sewell. Sewell from half-back. Long kick down towards half-forward. Hale lunged at the football. Chance for Burgoyne. Got the crumb. Spots a man up ahead. This is Bruce. Runs inside the 50. Lines up. It goes towards goal. 7 points is handy. 12 would have been better.
Taylor Hunt then wasting no time. He kicks in. Lonigan didn't get it on the full. Whitecross hurting him back towards the line. Enright arrives. He's got to get around Bruce. The tackling pressure enormous. Lewis gets a hand in there. Now Motlop arrives. Still not out of danger. Chapman worked his way forward. Here's Shield. Hale, an unlikely hero. Hale, the unlikely hero. No. Touched ball. And it's 8 points now.
17 minutes since a Geelong score. Christensen, enormous pressure building from the Hawks. Hale loops it over the top. Young, lacking support, just flings it forward inside the defensive 50. It's taken by Chapman. Throws it on the boot towards the outer side. Pitches just beyond the logo. Swooping on the loose ball is Duncan. Into the path of Scarlett. Surely a free kick. Nothing doing for Scarlett. Oh, wonderful Smets. Charged down the hand pass from Birchall. Goes to Hawkins. And Hawkins has snapped a goal. He's got 5. The Hawks lead by 2 points.
One against the flow there. Certainly felt like the Hawks had all
a free kick there, but they thought they got it back Geelong, didn't they?
That's a great intercept there by Billy Smets. Hawkins has been a thorn all night. Started the game really well for the Cats. Great play there, but you've got the feel the run was with the Hawks. And that was one against the flow for the Cats.
All night, Lee, we've talked about the psychology of the 8 in a row. What about that psychology right here?
It's nothing to do with that now. Now it's just tonight's contest. But the one thing that Hawthorn know in the back of their mind, Geelong keep coming. That's the one little nagging thing that's in the back of the mind.
Back to 2 points. Hale goes up, bobbled around. He got his kick away eventually. Rioli overran it. Enright stood up for a long time, then was taken to ground. Sewell, I think, at the bottom of that pack. And the ball is going to be bounced yet again. Less than 3 minutes to play. Hawthorn lead it by 2 points.
Well, they lead it, Baz. That's the most important stat of all. They're 2 points in front at the moment, so they need to use that confidence and have the steely resolve and get the job done.
8 straight they've won Geelong, 4 of them by less than a goal. Here's Mitchell. His kick out wide. Whitecross now running. Ball pitches on the logo and bounces kindly. Lonergan chasing. Whitecross. Long kick inside 50. Bruce was there. Could have gone for the mark. Taylor now. Important. He played it coolly, the veteran. Over the line or behind. It's Hawthorn's lead. 3 points with 2.5 to play.
Enright straight down the middle. Not a good kick, though. Hale's been very important in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Takes the mark.
They don't know how long there is to go, of course. We know it's about 2.5 minutes, but Hawthorn, all they know it's about 29 minutes 39 on the clock.
So Young's got it.
Just need to maintain possession. You need to work together. It becomes a work rate thing here for the Hawks.
Alistair Clarkson up on his toes. Young, penetrating kick inside the forward 50. Forced to Savage, tackled by Christensen. Savage did well. Rioli in trouble, goes to Fuopolo. Deep in the pocket, Brewster fumble taken by Taylor. Gives it to Kelly. Kelly drives it back towards half-back. Oh, down went Selwood. Met there by Mitchell. Brilliant smother. The kick came out there from, I think it was Bartel. Bartel goes again on his knees. Mitchell knocks it goalward. Taken down there by Walker. Walker tried to kick it forward. That's a tough, uncompromising pack, and the umpire will bounce it right on the numbers.
What about this effort here? This is a great collision. Joel Selwood hits the deck and bounces it straight back up. And directing traffic. He's a young captain in charge of his team.
Wow.
This is interesting now, isn't it? The players will get a little breather. Not sure who this favours, Lee. Just a little stoppage.
Well, you've got one of your really good experienced players having to come off, and then you've got to be able to get him back on. So it's a bit of a blow for Hawthorn that Mitchell is going to have to leave the field just for the moment.
Just watch the people barking instructions around the stoppage. You've got Sean Burgoyne doing that with Brad Sewell for the Hawks, Jimmy Bartel, Joel Selwood, James Kelly setting up structures for the Cats.
So what have the champs got left? They've won the last 8 in a row against Hawthorn. Sewell kicks it forward. No mark at the front. Lewis arrives. It was Bruce attempting to bring it in. Bruce keeps going. A goal here would end it, you would think. Puopolo, he's wrapped up from behind, and the ball will be bounced yet again. Only 11 metres out from Hawthorn's goal.
Now the runners will be out with the exact time to go, so both teams know the equation.
What a finish, eh? Hale knocks it down, stolen by Selwood. Duncan is not holding the footy. Rioli looked towards the umpire. Sewell goes to Young. High ball down towards full forward. Back goes Hale, hit the post. I'm not sure it was touched. Hit the post. Clock stops on 59. Geelong drive it towards midfield. Thump back towards the 50. Taken by Duncan. Gave it to Podsy Adley. A little bit rusty. Podsy Adley holding the ball. Well, Sewell decided to play on, gives it to Lewis. They scramble it forward, 3-on-1 at the back of the pack. Fuopolo whiz. Gee whiz, that was ambitious. Mackey down at 35 seconds, finds Duncan. They'll run the outer side. Goes short to Johnson. Johnson hasn't got the carry. Arriving quickly but not in time was Sewell. Selwood looks up, kicks to Hawkins, and Hawkins is marked right on the 50. He's kicked 5, down to 17 seconds. If he misses and kicks it behind, if he gets the distance, you would think it's all over. Hawthorn can control the footy. Clock continues to run.
The way he's kicking tonight.
Yeah, it will be a kick perhaps right on the siren or after.
He can go the distance.
Well, we want to freshen up here. This for the game then. Kick is on the way. Siren's gone. They've done it again. They've done it again, the Cats. How about that? The Cat is still on the back. Magnificent. Tom Hawkins has kicked a long-range goal, and those celebrations tell it all. So does that.
Tommy, every boy dreams of kicking a goal after the siren to win a game, but one from outside 50, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, mate, it just came off all right. I've been working a lot of my kicking and, mate, as you said, boyhood dream. I don't know what to say.
An unbelievable game of footy. It got out to that huge start. The Hawthorn Footy Club got back in front, but you guys just never gave up. You hung in there even when they got back in front.
Yeah, we're a fit side. We know we can run our games. We're just starting to start games a bit better, which really helps. Bit of a fade out, but, you know, we'll keep working on it.
Tell us what was going through your mind. We'll go back to that kick. You heard the siren go as you were walking in. Can you remember what you were thinking?
Do a lot of work with Great Carousella, and he always likes me to follow through with my kick. So I just wanted to kick through it and follow my kick. So I don't know what I was thinking actually, to be honest. But yeah, it's a great feeling. It's awesome.
Mate, enjoy the feeling. Terrific.
Thanks, Metro. Cheers.
This has been a Fox Footy presentation.